Hey there, how's it going everyone? Welcome back, Plant Abundance here. Just a quick gardening tip for you today. So over here I've got some kabocha squash seed that we collected from a store-bought kabocha a few months back. Took those seeds out, allowed them to dry. Now I want to get those planted in the garden. But before I do that, I don't want to use up too much valuable real estate out in the garden, not knowing if these seeds are even going to sprout or what percentage of them are viable. So a great way to test that is to put your seeds in between a couple wet paper towels. And you can see here after just a few days we've got several of those seeds now beginning to sprout. Looks like about 50%. So I immediately now know that these seeds are good, and I also know that perhaps only 50% or so of them will sprout. Now I will take these that are sprouted and start to pot them up in some potting mix and start growing them out in a container before I put them out in the garden. The rest of these seeds I'm going to cover back up and give them at least a couple weeks total time before I call it quits. At that point I can make a final determination and know the final percentage of seeds that were viable here. And if that's what you're really looking to accomplish, well, the easiest way to do that, the quickest way to do the math would be to just do 10 seeds in between the paper towels. That way if you got 5 out of 10 that sprouted, 50% are viable. If you've got 8 out of 10, 80% are viable. So really quick and easy way to do it. And this technique will work with all sorts of different seed. Here I've got a container of older seed. A lot of these I'm going to be putting through this test and figure out whether or not they're still viable, if I should hold on to them any longer. So my favorite way of doing this is just to put the paper towels on the plate, put a little moisture on there, make sure to keep it moist, and that does just fine. Some people get a little bit more fancy with it and they'll fold up the paper towel, put it in a Ziploc bag and label it, and either put it on top of the refrigerator so it gets warm or put it on a seedling heat mat. These can all expedite the process, but I found that this works just fine. I've been doing this for years. And that's it. So if you're a gardener, chances are you've got a bunch of seed that may be a few years older or more, and instead of just guessing as to whether or not they're going to sprout and grow, go ahead and do a viability test using the paper towel method. It's quick, easy, and then you can just pull out those sprouted seeds from the paper towels and either directly plant them in your garden or get them started in some seed pots. And that way you know you're not going to be using up any valuable real estate out in the garden planting seeds out that are duds. Well, that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're all having a great day. And until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon.